I mean, listen, Tom Brady clearly isn't himself, and we get all of that. We know that he's not awful. You don't look at him and put him in the category as one of the worst quarterbacks this season. We know better than that. We know his greatness. He's the GOAT. We understand that. But there are moments where you just, and all you need are moments where you just see, yo, bro, it's time. It's time. Just so we don't look at you any differently. Now, we're not going to because he's a 7-time champion. And we know the greatness that exists there. But I'm going to say this to you, playmaker, Ryan Clark. I don't believe we'll ever see the best of Tom Brady again. So since I'm not going to see that, let me ask you this question. If I looked you in the face, playmaker, and I looked you in the face, Ryan Clark, and I said, the best that you ever were will never be again. But over here, I got a job for you where you still stay involved in the game, and it's going to pay you $37.5 million per year. What you going to do?
Go get that 37 M's?
There you go.
But it's always available to him. It's not like he has to do it next year.
No, he doesn't have to do it. I'm just talking about where he is. I'm saying that he needs, this should be it for him, and he should be in the booth next year.
When you watch him yesterday, and what happens with people or players that are as good as Playmaker or players that are as good as Tom Brady, who I believe is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Greatest.
Any fall off seems like a ton of fall off. When you're used to seeing someone be the best that's ever done it or the best at their position, when they start to fall off, it's so dramatic to you because now you can't change games. Now you can't plug holes. Now you can't fix teams. And that's what we're seeing from Tom Brady, and that's what we had been seeing throughout the year. Yesterday was different, though, right? Throughout the year, we've been seeing that the people that surround Brady haven't played great. The offensive line hasn't played great. The defense hasn't been up to snub for a Todd Bowles defense. And now Tom Brady's not necessarily able to pull them out of that hole. Tom Brady was the hole yesterday.
Yes,
Tom Brady was the problem yesterday when you after the fake punt is botched, now you throw the interception, then you fumble the football in the pocket. You have a handoff slip out of your left hand. You throw a late interception. That's a game. If a Kirk Cousins has that game, we come in here and we crush Kirk Cousins. If a Dak Prescott has that game, we come in here and we crush Dak Prescott. And now, rightfully so, Tom Brady has earned so much from us emotionally because of what he's accomplished. We won't do that because we look at everything when we view him as a reference to his entire career. But let's speak it like it is. Tom Brady is now an issue for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And going forward, he will be an issue. This team may get to the playoffs, but they will not advance. And if he wants to be anything that he ever was or be remembered that way, which he will, he needs to give it up after this year. Great players need this sometimes.
I know.
Great boxers need to be knocked out. Great fighters need to understand that. And right now, Tom Brady.
The great fighters need to lose. But everybody don't need to be knocked out. Because there's certain kind of knockouts you never want to experience.
Can I ask a question, though? Are we sure that his talent has dissipated? Or is it just to go through what he went through is one of the most stressful things that you can go through in your life?
Right, absolutely. Molly, you make great points. And I never subscribed to telling a man when he should walk away from the game. Because we can all have an opinion and thoughts on it. But when it's time to deal with the pain of it, he's going to have to do that dolo, solo. So I don't want to interject and say, hey, walk away from the game right now. You know, we know the family situation. You're going to be, now you don't have your family. I play as long as you can play Tom Brady. I don't think it's over for Tom. I just think the situation is difficult for Tom. Tom's strength has been compromised. He plays the game quickly, and you're compromised up the middle of the field. Now you're getting pressure on him quickly. He doesn't have that inside slot receiver, so he can control the defense by getting rid of the ball out of him. I have Tom Brady right now playing outside football, throwing the ball to Mike Evans all the time outside. That was Peyton Manning's thing. Tom Brady played inside football with Gronk and Wes Welker and all of those guys. And Julian Edelman. And he doesn't have that. That's his strength. Let's get Tom and put some of his strength around him. I still think he has football in him.
I'm going to say this, and I have not spoken about how whatever Tom Brady's dealing with off the field, because I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is and how that's affected him.
But we can all accept it to be different.
But here's what I'm going to say, and I think this needs to be said. I was in locker rooms my entire lives. Yeah. I've seen deaths in families. Yep. I've seen people have to deal with suicide in their family. Yep. I've seen divorces. I've seen people get caught up. I've seen people get ratted on. I've watched people deal with things away from the field that could tear down any man. Yeah. And they were expected to come out and perform. The reason I won't talk about what Tom Brady's going through off the field, one, it's because it's not my business and it shouldn't be talked about in this form. And on the other side of it is, everybody goes through it, and people don't get excuses for having to live real lives and do that job because they're compensated handsomely to do those jobs.
Well, a couple of things. Number one, first of all, I don't disagree with you, but it is important to point out when we brought it up. It was when him and his wife came out and announced they were divorced. Yep. So nobody was speculating bringing that stuff up. That's when him and his wife came out and announced that. That's number one. And number two, what we were saying was the level of greatness that you once put on display, suddenly it wasn't there. And so you point that out. But I will say this, and this needs to be said. Again, we can look at Tom Brady, and we can point out a lot of different things. But when you sit up there and say you never want to tell somebody,
never.
I'll be damned if I don't. Let me explain. No. For example, boxing. I'm a huge fan of Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest ever.
Gave it up.
They had gotten a point where it was like, wait a minute, something was missing. You understand what I'm saying? Something was missing. Tarver, and then Johnson, and then no names. And so you start seeing it, it's like, whoa, it's time. You see what I'm saying? Right. You're still great. We still love you. It's time. You understand? Mike Tyson, he was telling us it was time. He was telling us that. All right, then we saw it, yes, it's time. That's not anything to even question or compromise the level of greatness or the gratitude we should feel to them for the greatness they put on display before us all. But that's the greatness that you are measured by. You're measured against yourself. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.